Hi everybody, Lisa here with another Vera Bradley bag of the day. I have a bunch of things I wanted to talk about today, but I'll try not to go on and on. I know the longer videos are more of a time commitment and sometimes harder to watch, so hopefully I won't go on too long. If I do, I apologize in advance. But I primarily wanted to make this video because the Vera Bradley focus group that I'm in, and a woman in the group was asking about the On the Square wallet, which I got at the factory. I got it at an online outlet sale, but it's a factory style. I'm pretty sure it's only a factory style item. And she was asking if anybody had it, and I realized I did have it, although I haven't used it in a long time. And so I mentioned I might make a video about pull it out and use it for a couple of days and then do a video about it. So I did want to do that in case she, I think the online outlet is still on in case this will be helpful for her if she's deciding. I'm not sure if she's deciding or if she even watches the videos, but anyway, I thought I would do that. Can't hurt. But before I did that, I wanted to talk about what I did carry today because I didn't use this wallet. Well, it's not a wallet, right? It's a wristlet, but it also can function as a crossbody. It has a strap, which I will show. I did use it yesterday. It was perfect for me yesterday, but it's lacking a feature that I like, that I needed today. And so I thought it was a good way to talk about that. So I have my stuff that I use today, which also involved another trip to the factory outlet store and some more agonizing over flamingos. But anyway, this is the latest Stephanie that I got, although I do have one more coming, and that's it. And that's it. So this is a Poppy Fields pattern in the Stephanie bag, which I got after I had fallen in love with the pattern when I found the taxi wallet recently in a local thrift store, which I did a recent video about. But I felt like I didn't get a lot of full poppies on that item because it's very small. It's hard to get, a lot of full poppies. But I feel like I got some good poppies on this. I mean, when I first got this bag, I did think, I don't know if I want to keep it. And like I've said in other videos, if people are experiencing that when they buy something vintage online, always throw it in the wash. Just throw it in the wash because it might change the way that you think about it. And it definitely perked it up here. It definitely got the whites whiter. I feel like the straps, although they feel good, the fabric feels good. It doesn't feel worn at all. I mean, it's in excellent condition. No wear, no stains, no fraying. But I do feel like the whites on the handle are a little discolored, like a little yellowed, all over, not just like in a spot where you from hand oil, but all over. So I think I might go over them again by hand with a brush because I get good results, I feel like, when I do that. So at some point I'll probably do that. But the rest of the bag, the whites really perked up, and so it was very satisfying. And I do feel like you can see, oops, here on this side in particular, I got a good amount of poppies, full poppies. I got that great Lily of the Valley spray that I like so much. And here on the pin tuck detail on the top, that is part of what makes the Stephanie so nice and unique. I got this little splatter of flowers, which I just love. I love that. And I got a good one there, so I'm pleased with that. So overall, there you can see the side east-west pockets and how the trim is used. So after I washed it, I decided, oh yeah, I'll keep it. And the lining is so pretty. I'll get to that if I empty it out. But why I wanted to show it so full is because this is how I like to carry the Stephanie. I don't like the Stephanie when it's only half full, only got a couple of items. If I only have a couple of items, I don't carry the Stephanie because, I have so many of them now. Because the bag just kind of collapses in on itself a little bit, and I don't like it. It looks kind of anemic to me when it's not really full. So this is how I like to carry it, where it's almost like a bucket. This is just how I was carrying it. Before I had this bag in here, I did have it partially zipped just for a little security because I could zip it. It zipped. But I just wanted to get up and show you how it looks on, and also how nice this pattern looks with black, which was part of, even though it's a very, I feel like it's a very springy pattern. I feel like part of what made me keep it was because I thought to myself, this with a black shirt like I'm wearing and maybe some black leggings or black crop pants, it's going to look excellent because then the bag just is your pop of color. And sometimes I carry it like this, on the crook of the arm. That's how, it would look. Ooh, sorry, I'm cutting you off. I do tend to let it hang down just from my arm, from my hands a lot, like a real handbag. I just love the lily of the valley there. It's very fun. It's almost kind of Disney-esque to me in a way, like reminds me of the older cartoons like Cinderella, and when the animals are frolicking in the in like the forest or fields, or any Disney movie that has a scene like that. I think a lot of them probably have scenes like that, right, with little creatures dancing around and frolicking. And this rendering of these flowers kind of reminds me of that kind of simplified, very simplified, not simplistic, but simplified, so that the human figures in the cartoon can, advance towards the viewer, and that this stuff becomes sort of secondary. And so that's kind of how I feel about this pattern, because the detail is simplified. So that's, oh my goodness, hello. Everybody wants to be on camera. Anyway, so I took this to my factory outlet store to return the Flamingo Fiesta Villager that I bought, which I talked about in my last video because I wasn't pleased with the straps. And it took all my willpower, but I managed not to replace it with just the regular tote. They do have it in the regular tote, which is like the penguins, playful penguins that I was showing in that video to compare. But the straps are different. They're not as anemic and bare bones as the straps on the Villager, but they have been modified a little bit, and they're not quite as substantial. They're more substantial than the Villager, and they're good. I almost bought the bag. I walked around the store for a while with the bag, found good pattern placement where it wasn't, cut off. What are you doing, Miss Thing? Thank you, good girl. But I did put the bag back, but it's like ow, peaches, just under the table now. It's like I can't get out of there without the flamingos. There's something about the flamingos right now, or I'm just mesmerized. So at least it's a small shopping bag. But I did get 2 more items. I said to myself, I feel like I'm more likely to use these little accessories than to feel comfortable carrying a whole bag with flamingos. Just, especially if it's not a bag style that I'm really crazy about. If it were like this kind of bag or a versatile tote, if it were a bag style, Carson Hobo, or any kind of bag style that I really loved, then I might be a little bit more open to getting that kind of a novelty pattern in a large stretch of fabric and wearing it. But I'm hesitating, and since I didn't really love the bag style, I was able to resist. And I did return the tech case because I didn't like the pattern placement. So I did find this one, which is the medium, factory medium cosmetic. And I felt like it had good pattern placement. Yeah, this one's decapitated poorly, But I just feel like there's this big stretch of full birds, and so I was pleased with that. Although the one with the foot in the water, and the one with the foliage and the hair on the head. So yeah, just so people can see it up close, you can see what I'm talking about here with that. Just those 2 lines. I love it when artists are able to do stuff like that. Just with 2 lines. It tells you everything you need to know, right? Gives you that impression of the flamingo in the water. So anyway, I just felt like this one was pretty good. Gotta get the crease out. And what's nice about this particular item, I do love that the factory cosmetic cases have this larger loop. That's excellent. I mean, that's just so great. And it's great that it has that, you know, like I was mentioning in the other video, that kind of Barbie pink interior is good for visibility for me. I also got this because I have a couple of these already. This is the Mirror Cosmetic. I have that right? Yes. And I do use these as a clutch, so I knew I would use it. It's a good size for me. It feels good in the hand, and I like the shape, and it sort of has a wider base that narrows up top, and so it stands up well. The problem is similar to the Kiss coin purse, where it's one piece of fabric from one edge of the zipper around to the other edge of the zipper. And so one side in a pattern like this is going to be upside down, which is unfortunate, but I decided to go with it anyway. I also asked the lady in the store if she knew what these were about. I've been wondering about these plastic inserts for a long time, and she didn't know, the saleswoman. My guess would be that they have some kind of freshening property, or I don't know, maybe odor. They don't smell. Maybe they just are in there to absorb chemicals, maybe odors, or just keep the product fresh in some way. I'm not sure. I mean, they're recyclable, you know, but I just was kind of wondering about those for the longest time. Anyway, I love the ribbon pulls that are on everything now. Seem to be on everything now at the factory outlet stores. So that was that. Okay, quickly. But anyway, filled the bag out nicely, and I did get everything in here. You know, I had a sweatshirt even. I went to the post office, Marvin Gaye stamps. Junk. iPad mini. Phone. GPS pouch. All easily it slipped in here. Lip gloss. iPod, tissues. Junk list. And now we can get to the other thing which I want to talk about, the wallets. So I went back to this wallet today, which is not technically a wallet, but I use it as a wallet. If you watch my other video about it, it's the all-in-one crossbody, and I like it as a wallet. Yesterday, I was using this, and it worked fine for me. Oh, that reminds me, I keep these two things here. But today, I was carrying one thing that I needed a specific feature for, and this doesn't have it. I thought that was interesting, and so I had to switch out to this. So, this has the two, I'm not going to go over all the features of this because I did it in the other video, but in one of these pockets, the gusseted pocket, there is the feature that I like, which is what I've talked about in my taxi wallet video, that I'll take this feature over card slots, and that is an secure interior section, you know, whether it's a zipper or a kiss lock like on the taxi wallet. And so this has that. And today I was carrying one loose key. I needed to carry one loose key in my wallet, which I need to do on occasion. And when I went to put it in here, in the wallet part of this, there is no secure. I realized, and I didn't notice, because I didn't need it yesterday, there is no section like that here. So I emptied this out and I went back to that. But for yesterday, this worked fine. And the reason that I like this product and it appealed to me in the online outlet sale was many sales ago at this point, was it has these two sections. This back zipper section, which isn't gusseted or anything. It looked like I might be able to fit my phone and my iPod in there. That's what I wanted. If I ever just wanted to carry this like as a clutch, and I wasn't taking a bag. I would just carry it in my hand, but I wouldn't then have to carry my iPod and my phone also loose or stick them in pockets. And so they do fit in there, and the section zippers up. So for me, that's what I wanted, and that's what I did that yesterday with those 2 items. And then I had in this front section, which pretty much opens flat. I mean, it's not a perfect flat opening. It doesn't stay open, but you can bend it, you know. So then I had, you know, your basics in there from this. So, you know, ID in the window there. Get a couple of cards in there. It's got only 3 card slots here. Just make sure I'm in the shot. I realized with one of the other wallet videos, it's like you're holding it out there and you realize you're not on camera anymore. Oops. Professional. Okay, so I don't remember what cards I had yesterday. I probably had more than this. I probably had my healthcare card, you know, in case I'm in an accident or something. Bank card. And here's the slot, you know, for bills. I don't even know if I have any cash. Oh yeah, I do have a little cash on me today. My husband gave me a 20 to get some flowers. It was nice. And so I have other things in here, receipts, and that I had receipts in there yesterday also with the bill, and that's fine. My photos. I mean, there's a that's it in this section though for individual slots. So, you know, I insist on taking these with me if at all possible. And so, you know, I can stick them in with the bills, and it will still close up and not give it a lot of width. Or I could have stuck them in the back pouch with my iPod and my phone. So let me measure the body of this, and then we can talk about the straps. And I'll put the crossbody on. So it's 6 the longer way. And 4 the shorter way. And when I have it stuffed pretty thick, it's almost, oh, my eyes are going. It's 2.5, but that's with my iPod and phone in there on top of each other, giving it that, really stretching it out. But you know, it's not stressed. You know, there's still a lot of give there. It's relaxed. It's not stressed. I'm not worried about the zipper busting or anything. And you'll notice that I said 6x4. So if you have a slightly larger phone, I mean, I have a clamshell phone, so you know, I'm in the Stone Ages still. But my iPod is a little bit smaller than that. So you can see here. Ooh. So it's quite a difference. So that was 4x6 measurement overall for the pouch wristlet. It's officially a wristlet. But that gives you an idea if your phone, maybe whether your phone will fit or not. If you're, you know, want to use it for that. I'm just going to put this back in there to give it a little body while I mess around with it. So it's got these 2 loops on top or on the back edge there for straps. So it's got the crossbody strap. It also has a wristlet strap, which again is nice with the factory items. They're cloth. They're the cloth that matches the bag. I wish that they would do that on the signature items. I don't really understand unless they like the pleather look because they think it looks a little bit more upscale because it's sort of mimicking leather a little bit, that look. But to me, it's not pleasant. So this crossbody strap, in total, the longest length, and including the hardware, when I measured it, I included the hardware because it was easy to do so, was 45 inches, set at its longest. I have it, the way I'm going to put it on now, I have it set at 47, that's also including the hardware. I'm going to click it on, and I noticed that this adjustable, the adjust adjustment mechanism part buckle stays in place. It's stiff. So I don't think it'll slip around on people if that ever happens. I don't know because I don't wear a lot of stuff crossbody. But so that's how it looks on. Again, that was 47. 47 inches. I'm 5'4", so that's about what it looks like. Color looks nice there. It looks nice against the black. I think anyway. This pattern, I know I didn't mention the pattern. This pattern is stamped paisley, which is obviously an factory outlet pattern, but it's always available in the online outlet sales. It's there right now. Oops, in the current sale that's I think it's still on. I've been using all my willpower not to go back on and order more. Anyway, so I just wanted to do that for the woman in the group in case she, wanted to take a look at it if it was helpful. On the Square Wristlet. I didn't have this yesterday, the wristlet strap on, but I would. I've been leaving it on this all-in-one crossbody because it's not pleather. And when it's not pleather, then I kind of like it. I'll use it to grab onto it, maybe pull it from my bag, or I just kind of like it as another feature. Or it's almost like an accessory or something. I would consider using this for something else, like clipping it to my keychain maybe, and using it as a sort of a decorative thing on my keychain maybe. I haven't gotten around to that yet because my Jeep key is just so humongous that it just almost seems like kind of a lot. But I did have that idea with this one, that I would do that with this one because I just love Splash Dot so much, and it's what I ordered in this online outlet sale. So I'll be talking about that soon. But anyway, so yes, I digress. As usual, this is the On the Square Wristlet, which I do like when I don't have to lock something up, secure something like what I do with my key. So that would also then just pops into my head the thought that there's no place to put change in here, a small change zipper section, because the back doesn't have anything on it. No zipper pocket. I guess you could throw change in there if you weren't using it for your phone, or even if you were, but there's no, let's see, right, there's no change section. But other than that, I do like it when like I said, when I don't need that secure inner pocket. It works fine for me, and for what I intended it for, it works well. So hope that was helpful, and I will see you next time on Vera Bradley Bag of the Day.